It's a comfortable one outside, 62, partly cloudy, just nice, mostly sunny. Alright, so what do I want to talk about today? I just turned on the video and here we go. I was thinking, 99% of the people that I know aren't Bitcoiners, or at least they don't tell me they're Bitcoiners. Have they heard of it? Yeah. Do they own any? No. 90 to 99% of the people I know in my real life don't actually own Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Now, while we're all having fun, staying rich, making money in USD terms and BTC terms, believe it or not, I actually don't want the people in my life to get poor. I don't want to see them starve to death or lose their house or have to change their way of life due to ridiculous inflation measures. And these people at the Fed lie. They lie. 2% inflation. Who believes that junk? Look at food prices way beyond 2%. And look at this. Now, I know 1,010 things go into house prices, but they continue to climb at an alarming rate, just exploding. Do me a favor, go take a look at lumber commodity. I don't know if that's like per ounce. I don't know how the heck they measure it, but just go find a 10-year chart or even like a 5-year chart of lumber, trees used for housing. And again, I don't know how it's measured, but it's for what the quantity is. But I saw a chart today, 5 years ago. Well, for the past 10 years, with a 10-year time span, the past 8 years, it looks like it floated in between like 200, 300, 400, somewhere in that range, 2 to 400. In the past year, it reached 1180. It's at like 1180 right now. So 5x in lumber. What do you need to build a house? Pretty sure you need lumber. 5x'd lumber. Again, I understand that there's more than one thing that goes into housing, and I understand there's more than one thing that can affect the price of lumber. Supply, demand, it all comes down to that. But you're going to tell me that the Fed doesn't see that there's 400%? Yeah, 400% inflation from 300 to about 1,200 in lumber. That's 400% inflation. Not 400. 400. They aren't even close. 2% inflation. That would be, oh God, I'm going to get this wrong. That would be 300 to 12. That's 2% inflation. 300 to 1,200 per parts of lumber would be 400% inflation. And how are they saying that CPI is 2% inflation? They're just lying. Because they take a basket of commodities. Okay, they're picking and choosing and cherry picking the things that are going into this basket of commodity. They're not actually looking at everyday users, everyday consumption. It's garbage. Take any product that you typically use on an everyday basis or a weekly basis or a monthly basis. I don't know, trash bags, razors, food, shoes, sunglasses, you name it. Take a look at the prices from 70s, Big Macs, from the 70s till today. And they're exploding. Take a look at it from 2000. Let's make it more relevant. Let's take a look at 2015 to today. What's going on? Shit, it's almost hyperinflation. And it's just going to get worse. That's just going to get worse and worse and worse. They're literally printing money and giving it to people. And the people are spending it like that because we're under a soft Venezuelan dictatorship of the money. It's exploding with inflation. In money terms and in real price terms. 2% inflation. They gotta be kidding me. It's not 2% inflation. Go to your house, go to wherever you live right now, and look at an item that you use. Track it. Go ahead. Track it in the last 10 years. It's way more than 2% inflation per year. If it's something like a TV or a computer or something like that, yeah, it's going to go down in price. But if you look at something else like education, childcare, food, probably something like cars, real estate, that's all just going through the roof. It's not even 2% inflation. Come on, you're lying. You're just lying. That's not facts. That's just cherry picking data. That's just picking and choosing what you want to see. Explaining things away like there's actually not car inflation because the quality of the car has improved so much that we have to factor that in. Stop talking. You drive a car to get it from A to B. Is the quality and convenience better? Yes, but what is the purpose of it? If the purpose of it is to get you from A to B, if that has doubled in price, then, that's double inflation. Is it nicer? Yeah. But here, what about this? Take the same car product, Ford. I drive a Ford Escape. What is it now compared to when it came out 10 years ago? Did the car get a little bit nicer? Yeah. But who's to say the quality is up? Are the cars lasting as long as they used to? I don't even think that's true. So then what I'm saying is there's more than 2% inflation. That's a lie. Every year there's more than 2%. It's much higher than that. The poor are getting poorer. The rich are getting richer. Because when you have more than 2% inflation, that's going to go immediately into the stock market. I've already covered this. And so all I want to say is real American citizens are really hurting because the Fed has chosen to cherry pick their data and say that there's only 2% inflation every year. So people are wondering, why do I feel so much poor? Because that 2% inflation metric that they gave you is false. It's a lie. It's cherry picking. And the only way out of something is when you see it for what it actually is. So if people think that there's actually only 2% inflation, they're going to be driving themselves nuts because they're going to feel that much poorer. So what are the ramifications of this? And I'm not like we need to pay people $500 an hour for minimum wage. But if minimum wage actually kept up with inflation, yeah, it would probably be something like $20, $25 an hour. Now, I'm not going to say they should mandate that because of the market conditions, and you shouldn't mandate a business to have to pay that. But if you take a look at purchasing power throughout the years, real wage purchasing power, then by today's standards, the minimum wage compared to, like, let's say, I don't know, late 80s, it should be something like $25 an hour. Or that's what I would have had to have risen to get you the same purchasing power. Does the Fed care? No. Do they want to share that information with you? No. They don't care. They don't care. They don't actually care about the poor. They don't. They never have. They never will. They never will. All they care about is, does the number go up in the stock market? Like, as if 80% of people under the age of 40 actually care about that stuff. I do because I have, investments, but for people that live off of low profit margins and low income, they don't give a shit. Nor should they give a shit. All they're doing is trying to survive and sock some money away. To people making less than $40,000, this Fed policy of 2% inflation, which again they're lying about, is crushing them. They're just getting crushed every day, every year. That's the real reason behind these riots. It's bullshit.